Hi everybody and welcome back to Heartful of Hallmark. We are so excited to be joined by 4 lovely guests. We have Caera, Adrian, Rhiannon, and Mitchell. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
This is our biggest project yet. Oh my God. 4 people at once?
Is this the most ever, Noah?
This is the most ever. Well, last time we had you, Alec, and Colin. And that was the most with 3. We've never done 4.
Good luck, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Good. It deserved it.
So
it almost broke my internet.
Yeah.
So for everybody who saw the old version of the podcast, I had Adrian by myself. Me and Adrian, we just became buds. We talked about just regular films, this film. He gushed about the 2 stars and Caera, and I'm like, I gotta meet them all. Now, welcome to the chaos.
Yeah.
Good.
And speaking of which, let's get into the film. We're going to be talking about A Christmas Castle Proposal. Now, Rhiannon, I want to ask you first. Are you ready? Are you ready to talk about the film?
Oh, am I ready to talk? Yes, I'm ready.
Just
Sorry,
ready in general.
I am ready. Now I am. Now I'm ready. Sorry, I was distracted by the artwork. It's lovely, but it always kind of makes me giggle.
Is my on-screen twin getting proposed to? What's going on?
How are you, Chris? So nice to see you.
Rhiannon, how's it going? It's my half heart. My half heart. I actually am in Niagara Falls, so I'm just, guys. I'm at the falls right now. Okay, I'm being very touristy in my own country right now, and I'm feeling great. All right, I'm in front of the casino.
Love that.
I'm at the casino just chilling, but you know, we're living life.
Did you watch our movie? You were so wonderful.
I love Present. I love our movie so much.
You were absolutely
Rhiannon,
amazing. You should be so
thank
proud.
you so much. Girl, I am very proud. And I just like, oh gosh, it's such a tearjerker thinking about all the memories that we made in Peru. Like, I'm just going back.
I know. Absolutely.
Well, I'm excited to see your new one. Girl, what's going on with you? You're just on fire, eh? You're just
do another one together. You should come make one in Australia with us. This is the best.
I'm seeing the crew here and the crew and cast of your new friends that you've made here along the way. I love that. Treat my twin sister with love and care, because if you don't, I'm coming for all of you. I'm kidding. You too, Noah. I'm watching you, bud.
So lovely to see you.
I actually have one more thing for both of you.
Yes.
Actually, 2 more things for both of you. So let's see how this is going to work. I've never done this before, so we're going to try this. How is this going to work? That's not going to work. You don't want to see me. This is what we're going to see. Let's see.
Hi guys, how you doing? I hope you're having a great time. I'm just going to be here for a minute. I wanted to say hello to you and to Rhiannon. Working with her was a really great experience. Rhiannon, you're an amazing actress and an amazing person. And you know that I learned a lot from you, so thank you. And I really hope we could work together again in the future. It will be so great for me. So I just wanted to give you my best wishes in everything, in your projects, in your life, in everything, because you deserve it. Have a great time, have fun here, and see you soon. A lot of hugs from Peru. Bye.
Noah, thank you. That was making me cry again, like when you did the message with Adrian. That's so lovely. Thank you. Oh my gosh, she's such a beautiful soul, such a talented actress. That's so lovely. Thank you so much.
And I got one more. But since we have Chris here, let's go into a little bit.
This guy's throwing surprises everywhere.
Yeah, we got surprises. Let's go into a little bit about the movie. Adrian, what is this film about, and how did you come up with the sequel?
Well, it's the next, chapter for Prince Alexander and Olivia. And truthfully, like Caera and I were talking about the story for this as we were shooting the first one. Like it just, we were like, well, there's so much of the first one that is all about the pressures and the struggles that they would have if they ended up getting together. And so it's like, well, we've got to kind of show that, right? Like we have to, like, if we're going to do another one, then we've spoken about that. So we have to show it. So like the first movie is really about, the dramas of them getting together. And then the second one is like what the dramas are like when they're being together. And like Caera and I were talking, and we were talking about, our favorite kind of trilogies of movies. And when you look at trilogies, like the middle one is always kind of like, I guess, like the darkest one. Like if you look at Empire Strikes Back, like that's kind of like the darkest one. Like Two Towers is like the darkest one. So we were like, this is going to be, there's going to be some struggles and some dramas. And these guys, it's not always going to be like this perfect fairy tale. And what's been really interesting has been the people that have messaged me, like obviously the first one is, I adore the first one and it's this like lovely fairy tale, but there have been people who have messaged me saying, I actually like the second one more because it's a little bit more real. It's a little bit more realistic. And there's things in it that they can relate to. Like things aren't always super perfect. So yeah, that's what we were kind of going for.
So let's go into this first. I wanted to start off with the surprises, and we're going to add in this. Rhiannon, Chris.
Yes.
You don't know this person. She knows you. Let's meet her.
Oh, Sarah.
Hi, I'm so happy to meet you guys.
Hi, Sarah.
Sarah, you made videos for us before.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love them.
Thank you. I'm
Sarah,
so nice to meet you guys.
Sabrina Carpenter. Do people tell you that?
No, I've never gotten that before, but thank you.
I mean, that's such a compliment. She's gorgeous. You look
Thank you.
like
You're
her.
also gorgeous too. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Rhiannon has like the nicest hair I've ever seen.
She does. She does.
That is the truth.
Yeah,
That
no,
is
she
the
literally
truth.
does. Literally does. And Rhiannon
jealous.
knows that. Like, I just like stare. She'd be like, "Why are you looking at me?" And I'm like, "Sorry, I just like your hair."
Oh,
Can I
Adrian's
touch it?
pretty freaking too.
I was about the same thing. Look at this man's locks down here. I mean, come on.
Adrian, if I ever work with you, Adrian, buddy, I'm staring at that hair. All right. I'm looking at it.
You should see what it looked like when we made our movie. It was like rock star level. It was a bit much.
It was like
Dave Grohl.
It's like a Colin Faye's hair. It's like his hair is so long too, right? It really is.
Yeah.
Dan,
we're
are you in
gonna
like the
start this
city?
off.
Is Dan in like the city? Is he in like a
So
city?
yeah, for those that actually don't know me, I put Dan the Man because my character's name was Dan, but my name is Chris. I'm incognito right now.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't want the throngs of fans to come up to me right now. You know what I mean? I'm keeping on down low, but I'm in Niagara Falls, the Canadian side of things, right? I was in Buffalo for a bit, all day today. Bought some Pokemon, you know what's up, but I'm just in front of the casino and just wanted to come in, surprise Rhiannon, and lo and behold, I'm meeting a bunch of great people on here. And Sarah, you're coming in the chat too. Like, It's a party over here. It is a party.
It really is. Yeah.
Chris, what's your favorite Pokemon? Let's just get that out of the way. Like, let's just throw it out.
Okay, so like, I'm gonna give you my top three. Is that fair? Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm still on the OG. I'm older. I like the first gen and the second gen. Maybe that's it. Nothing else after that. Okay, you're losing me. But Gengar, yes, love me some Gengar. He's such a playful ghost. Love that. And Mew because it's Mew.
Of course.
And Dragonite because that he's pretty badass. I'm bad.
That's elite. That's an elite three. You did
Yeah,
very well.
that's an elite three. I'm pretty versed. Today, I'm gonna be honest. I bought Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise at Walmart.
Oh,
Nice.
love.
Love,
Kyra,
guys.
who's your favorite?
Psyduck. I think
Psyduck.
Absolutely checks out. I love that.
Psyduck. I'm starting to watch the animation now, just randomly, and Psyduck is as a mood. The whole series, just they're like, like
Yes,
the
that's how I
stress.
feel so
That's how
often.
I feel.
Like, you know, I just have Psyduck vibes.
Well, if you're in film, that's pretty much it. Like that's pretty much like just the full, just headaches all the time, and you're just like, when am I gonna sleep? Never. Yeah.
So, guys, here we go. All the surprises are done. Until I have Taylor Swift come in here. I'm joking. If I had her in here, I wouldn't be here right now.
I have her on
so
speed
Sarah,
now.
if you're being serious right now, I mean,
It's like the Temu version Taylor Swift. It's me in a blonde wig.
I'd pay to see that. Yeah.
Not very much, I imagine.
all right, Sarah, let's go into the fan questions, and then Lisa will be after that, and we'll go into the spoilery Christmas goodness.
Okay. So my first question, I have 3 for Rhiannon, and then I'm going to ask everyone else one too. So my first one is, if you could live in any one of your movies, which one would it be, and why?
Our movie. I would say this regardless of what I was talking about. She's a freaking princess. Like, hello?
You're right. You're right.
Not yet.
And I'd be offended if you said
Not
any
yet.
other movie. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so my second question is, what is your pre-filming like routine? Like your meals, your warm-up, anything that you do like before you film?
It's a lot of prep, honestly, Sarah. And that's one of the reasons why I loved working with this team, is that and same with Chris. Like I've enjoyed working with all of these people because they put the work in, and it means that you can just sort of show up on the day and then throw all that work away because you've done it and just play and have fun. It's very collaborative. But that can only really happen if you put in the work first. And that's definitely where I think all of us sort of, are very similar in that sense.
I will back that up. Like, she is the hardest actor she works the hardest of anyone I've ever worked with. Mitchell, also brilliant. But like, Rhiannon is just like, she's like, are you coming out of your room? Too busy working, preparing. It's like okay, Mitchell, Caera, and I, we're going to go get some lunch. But, okay, well.
Yeah.
And then my last question is, what got you into acting?
I love it so much. And it's like, it's my first true love. And I've never lost that love for it. And I think, again, getting to be surrounded by people that love it too. Nobody's here for a paycheck by any stretch. It's a lot of hard work. And it's a lot of no's along the way and a lot of disappointment. So I think that if the love for it is underneath it, that's the driving force, that it makes it the best job in the whole world.
Yes, 100%. And then my next question is for Mitchell. Can you share a behind the scenes moment from this like movie that you guys just filmed? Something like funny or crazy?
Yeah, I think one would be Rhiannon and I covered in sweat, holding each other's fans, trying to get each other through a nearly 90-degree Fahrenheit day, trying to make our day. It's just things like that within the car, just little giggly moments. But yeah, holding each other's fans. We're each other's biggest fans. So that was
you guys are you're in coats, you're in scarves, you've got gloves on.
The gloves was the most brutal part. When they would hand the gloves, like, are you serious? Oh, Mitchell's got no gloves on there. That was a choice. The rest of us have gloves. Yeah, it was awesome.
I did have gloves. Underneath our costume, Sarah, was like a water park. And so we had to indulge in that and get each other through with that. So but Rhiannon and I, we just care for each other so much. We're a good team.
Aww.
And we just helped each other through, because you have to.
Yeah.
I think they snapped that photo of Mitchell right before we rolled the camera, and he put the gloves on at the very last second so that we could do that.
Thank you, Adrian. That's my man defending me right there.
Defending you, because he struggled. And like, again, for anyone that doesn't know, like, we shot the sequel in the middle of the Australian summer. It was absurdly hot.
Adrian. It was like you got a note. We all got notifications on our phones.
Yeah.
Like, you're in a heat wave.
Heat wave coming, but it was poetically right because we shot the first movie in the winter, and that's meant to be in the summer. So
yeah, and I remember there was one day on the first movie where it was the coldest day in 40 years. In Brisbane where we were filming, and you guys were in linen, as you can see, and like everyone else is like in big like winter parkas, and you guys were so professional. It was amazing. It was like the fact that you were just stopping your teeth from chattering was like a feat of will. Yeah.
It's what made these movies magical, for sure.
Adrian, do you have a signature like style or like theme that you like to bring into your work for like each movie that you do?
I mean, I don't know if I've got like a signature style. I definitely seem to have in all of these movies a scene where the two characters go for a long walk eating something. And it's just like, it's great. Like Caera and I joke, like, where are we going to get our eating and walking and eating scene in this movie? But, you know, like my signature style, this sounds like I'm just being like a suck up, but like my signature style is casting great actors because like when you do that, you don't have to do anywhere near as much work. If you get the right people for the right part, then you can just kind of let them do their thing and then go, oh, at the very end, maybe just look left instead of right. And then it's like, perfect. You don't have to do anything else. And it was, you know, Rhiannon was, part of the first movie from a very, very early stage, but we only found Mitchell really, really late. He was like the last person I saw. The casting director was like, actually, you should have a look at this guy. And I was like, oh, bang, we got him. So, you know, and I've been lucky, like all the actors I've worked with in all my movies have just been wonderful. And I'm just here in Brisbane now editing my next film, and the actors in that were amazing as well. So like, little plug, can't talk about it yet, but yeah.
on podcast, off podcast, we might get
maybe
speak, maybe whole film. No.
And Caera, what is the best piece of writing advice that you've ever received?
Great question.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Like just write.
Yeah.
I think that's something that you can get in your head that you don't really know, and you have to have a perfect idea, and you have to work it before you can even put something down on the page. And there is so much of writing that comes from just doing, and you learn so much from just doing it. And Adrian and I, when we started writing together, you know, we look back at some of the original stuff that we did and we're like, oh, quaint, like and you know, you can see how far you come, and you only do that by doing it.
Yeah.
And you have to be brave, and you have to believe in yourself, but that's the only way to be a writer, is to write. And
we're basically heroes. Like we're brave.
100%. Not all of them wear capes. They hold pencils.
I'm saying we got to be courageous. Put yourself out there.
Yep. Great questions, Sarah. Great questions.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sarah, thank you so much. I know you said you wanted to meet these two, especially the fish, and you got to meet the fish.
So nice to meet you. You're so gorgeous, Sarah.
Oh, thank you. You too. It's so nice to meet you. I love your movies, and I can't wait to watch this one.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye.
So cute.
So lovely.
She's adorable. Aw.
I can tell you how many people DM me and we're like, we want more Sarah. I'm like, I'll fit her in where I can.
She's adorable.
And Chris, thank you so much, man. Thanks for just stopping in and surprising me.
I am so thrilled. I always love coming on here. It's so many great vibes always, and you bring in so many great people. And I'm thrilled to have met the team behind this production. I gotta watch it. I'm sorry I have not watched it yet, and I'm gonna slap myself on the wrist for it. I'm sorry. All right. But I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna love it, because anything that Rhiannon's in, it's prime time. Okay, it's prime time. All right. That lady is so professional on set and just so kind. on set and off set too, especially to cats. She loves cats.
Yeah, love
right? So,
Oh,
loves
big time.
cats.
Big time.
Thank you. Bye, Chris.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Have a great day, okay? Or a great night,
Good to
wherever
meet
you
you.
are. It was great to meet
Bye,
you
Chris.
all. And maybe I'll see you guys in the future. Who knows, right?
Hope so. Hope
Sounds
so.
good.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Can I
Fun.
And
quickly
now you're stuck
Chris?
with us.
Just really quickly, Chris is such a legend that he didn't have representation and just submitted himself for the role in that Hallmark movie that we
That's
did
amazing.
together and booked it. And that's the thing, you were sort of touching on that with Mitchell's audition, where it's like you just never know. Like it's like it could be down to like the very last person, and I think it was a similar situation with how Chris got the role. It was like he fought for it on his own, snuck in through a back door, sort of, and it's amazing. It's you never know how it's gonna go or who's gonna get it, and so you always just like Caera saying, you just gotta try. What
Be
if you
brave. Yeah.
Bet on yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Too right. Too right.
So now you're stuck with us.
Never. A joy.
Well, every time you guys come on, I can't just leave it be. I gotta have a little bit of fun. Have a little bit of fun. So let's have some more fun and get back to the movie. Before we get into the questions, Kirsten and I had a lot of similar questions. So the questions that she submitted to me after I already wrote them down, I'm just giving them to her. Because that way she's the boss. So she's the boss of this podcast. I just do what I'm told. Let's be honest, I do what I'm told. So
Love that.
I'm gonna do my questions and then the queen can take her throne. Here we go. Adrian and Caera, how did you first come up with the idea for the first film? And we touched on this already, but the story for the second film.
Caera, do you want to answer this one?
So there was a few different iterations when we first started working on the first film, working with a great production team, and something that we really wanted to do was create a romance movie, but that had things that we really were interested in and we really cared about. And one of the, as writers, that was a pillar that we wanted to explore, someone that was a writer. Also, having a strong female character that solved her own problems was such a big thing for us. Yeah. And so we had a few different iterations of the script with Prince Alexander in it, and we just kept working it. And through a lot of iterations, we really grew out the prince's role. We developed the queen's role, and it all really just started to come together in this great fashion. And we were able to keep a lot of wonderful themes that we loved while still working in a royal romance genre. And I'm really proud that we were able to do that and keep that so dynamic. Did I just say word lettuce?
No, you nailed it. No, you nailed it. And obviously, when it came to number 2, if you're going to do another one, then it's about royals. You got to show a castle, right? You can't we've done the first one on the tropical island, and that was beautiful, and we loved that. But we can't tease it any further. We've actually got to show some royal stuff now. We've got to go to a castle. And if you're going to go to a castle, then there's got to be snow. And if there's snow, it's got to be Christmas. So it just it just fell into place after that. Even though for a little while there, Caera and I were looking at should we go back to the island? Is that what, is that something that's essential to this story? Do people want these characters in the surf? Yeah. Then we were like, no, let's do this. Let's because off the back of what Caera was saying, the thing that we really loved about making these was, we're both big fans of Disney films and old school fairy tales and stuff like that, and really magical, beautiful stories like that. So we're no, we want to go to the castle. We want to see the queen in her element. And what's going to spin out Olivia more than being there with all of that massive scope.
Exactly. And again, it was so important for us that the sequel moved things along. We didn't want to retread what we had already done. We thought that what they had on the Haven Isles and the way we were able to, build that story around that location was, we really did everything we wanted to do. And now it's like, what else can we do with these people? Because we know them and we love them. So we want to keep seeing them progress through their lives. So we really wanted it to feel like a change and like a different thing that they were taking on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about the way you guys write, among so many things, it's no tea, no shade, but in still a lot of, you guys would know this, in a lot of these Hallmark movies, the girl still gives up her job to go wherever the guy is. And I know we're trying to steer away from that, but you guys didn't do that at all. She is a whole person. She has this whole career that she does not have to give up just because she falls in love with a man. And I really, really like to see you enjoyed seeing that, yes, in part 1, but then of course in part 2, like you stayed true to that. It wasn't just that she had given up on everything that she loved so much. I like it. It's nice. It's important, I think.
That's so great.
Yeah.
So it was such a keystone for us. And that both of them have their own problems that aren't about their relationship. Like their relationship is so special and it's such a touchstone. But they both have other things going on in their lives that they need to solve. So again, just making everyone whole people was so important to us.
Yeah.
This next question is actually for all of you. Adrian's a mind reader. We're going to talk about the castle. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you saw that? And Adrian, where in the blue hell did you find this castle?
Oh, I love this story.
Look, it's actually pretty amazing. I almost don't want to like ruin the magic, right? But the castle is many, many places. You know what I mean? Like it is. So, we shot the whole movie here in Brisbane, Australia, which is on like the east coast of Australia. It's north, so it's kind of tropical. And we were kind of, I was like, guys, how are we going to do this? Like, what are you talking about? Like, Brisbane is a big, like, metropolitan city. And I don't understand how we're going to make this work. But sure enough, as it turned out, there were a lot of great locations that we were able to find. And look, the exteriors of the castle, like sometimes that's assisted with some CGI, and sometimes we're in like a big government building. Sometimes we're in a big grand hotel. It was really about figuring out what the shots were going to be and how do you want to get the audience into that, into that world. The stuff that we show, the exterior of the castle, those are shots from a real castle in Europe, obviously. But the interiors, and when like the characters arrive at the castle, that's a beautiful old government building here in Brisbane with a lot of digital CG enhancement.
And I'm going to go to Caera for this one. What is it like seeing the film you co-wrote come to life? And did these two play the characters better than you ever could have imagined?
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited by this question. Okay, two-parter. So how did it feel seeing it come to life? So surreal. I remember one of the most exciting kind of parts of this process was seeing audition tapes come in for the first movie and seeing people read out dialogue, playing characters that I had written at this table, and they're reading them out, and I was like, oh my God, it's real. Like, it was so crazy. And when we first did the first table read, and we were online and everyone was kind of in these little boxes doing the table read, and I was just so giddy, like, and every time anyone said it, I was laughing. It was truly just like one of the great joys, and I was so lucky on the first one to be on set for a lot of the production, and there were so many moments. I remember when they do the dance together, and they're falling in love, and then at the banquet at the end, and I was crying behind the camera, and I was like, really just get me. Exactly. I loved it. I loved it so much. So it was such a joy. It was so surreal. And what Rhiannon and Mitch brought to these characters was like more than I could have ever imagined. There was so many moments where they brought a line reading of a line that Adrian and I had said back and forth to each other so many times while we were writing it. And they came up with a whole new way of saying it and injecting it with stuff I would never have considered. And it was so much more. They elevated everything to such a higher level, truly and honestly. And seeing them on set, seeing what they were doing under like great duress, as we've talked about, in the freezing cold or in the very hot, the way that they were able to embody these characters, I have such an appreciation for what they did, and I'm forever grateful that they breathed so much life into the movies.
Mm-hmm. I will say off the back of that, what's really interesting for Christmas Castle Proposal, this is like the first time Caera and I have ever worked on like a sequel, right?
Really?
And what was very interesting about that process is once we made the first movie, then we're writing the second movie. So now we know what these characters sound like. You know, now we know what Rhiannon and Mitchell and all the cast, you know, what they were like. So it was very fun writing the second one because we had a sense of how they might do it. We had their voices much more in our heads. And so it felt really fun going, these guys are going to do some great stuff with this stuff. And then being further surprised when they took it and they made it even better than we expected. So it was a super joy coming back and returning to characters, which is something I've never done.
Neither. It came so much easier, the writing. It was just like, it was like flow, you know, and the two people that we had to find were obviously Rhiannon, your parents in the movie. There are two characters that we got to have a lot of fun with, and we spent a lot of time on finding Henry and finding your mum. But writing for the other characters was just, it was like going back to old friends.
Agreed.
Of course Katie would say this, you know, like it's great.
And no, you got to understand, like, as you can see, we all get so giddy when we talk about it, and that's the vibe on set and with Adrian and Caera as writers. They're so collaborative and they bring so much love, which then just, you know, as much as we love what we do, like we see that through them, and so that just makes us want to do even better and like bring the love that we have for these two to these characters for what they deserve and what these films deserve. So it's just always like a big happy family vibe on set, and I think that's what you get when you see the movies is like just this inundation of love, like through everything. So I think that just to speak to that real quick.
Definitely.
And as a viewer too, like I feel like you could like sense like the flow with you, Rhiannon and Mitchell. Like it was just like the connection just grew so much more in the second movie. Like there wasn't anything that was like left back. You guys were like the force. I love seeing that build throughout the sequel.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Kirsten.
Before I go to my last question, are there talks or ideas for a third film?
Well, look, we'll say this. I think this is the most that we could say. In the words of the great band Journey, don't stop believing. That's all we'll say about that. The question is, do we have ideas for more stories with these characters? Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Like when we were making the last one, there was talks of like not just 3, but like way down the line when there's like ghosts involved.
You never know. Like, we just gotta be putting that out into the universe, guys. You just gotta be manifesting that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's embarrassing to say, but it's got 6 million views on YouTube. Like, hello.
I know.
Just in America. Just in America, Rhea.
What do we have to do?
That's it. Well,
America,
you know,
everywhere else.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, obviously, because Christmas Castle Proposal is obviously a Christmas movie. What's been interesting about that is obviously premiered on, Great American Family last Christmas, but then for it to have now its regular home release, obviously everyone wanted to kind of wait for this coming Christmas season because they're not going to release a Christmas movie, like in March or something like that. So that's why we're only now starting to have our rollout for chapter 2 now. It's just come onto Roku, it's just come onto Tubi, it's just come onto like Zumo Play, and it's going to continue to roll out as we get closer and closer to Christmas. So I think what you'll see is the buzz around number 2 is going to get bigger and bigger now as we get towards the Christmas season. And then, who knows what the future may bring.
Totally. Yeah. But with that in mind, thank you for letting us talk about it like at this time. It's because I think that you make a really, really valid point, Adrian, is that this is when it's going to kick up steam again. I think it's really important. So thank you guys for giving us a platform to talk about something that we all love so much.
Yeah, I actually rewatched it today because I'm like, there's so much like Christmas stuff out right now. It was like
I know. Yeah.
Oh, great.
And of course, like the movie's got a different ending, it's got a different ending to what was on.
The different ending. I forgot. Oh my gosh.
We're not going to spoil, but everybody who saw it on GAC, watch it again because I hate to say it. I'm a fan of Hallmark and GAC, but this ending's better. This
there you go.
Love that.
There you go.
Yep.
It's definitely worth a rewatch.
Agreed.
Or 2 or 3, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
Just play it on a loop.
Yeah.
Before I go to Mitchell's question, let's just talk about this. Why is this guy so freaking handsome? I mean, oh my God. How ridiculous is that? How ridiculous is that? He's bashful. Look at him. He's bashful.
No.
No.
I'll give you the same answer I give all the customers I serve at a cafe I work at. I just thank my parents every day. Thank God they met. That's very nice, Noah. That's very nice, Yeah. No, I'm gunning for a men's health mag shoot some point soon. So this is my good campaign. I appreciate it.
It's gonna happen, brother. It's gonna happen.
And no, I look better on screen because Rhiannon is next to me. Let's get one thing.
Oh, very classy. Very nice.
Yeah. Okay. Is that your question? I don't.
No. This is my question.
Okay, good.
When Adrian and I talked, he told me how he found you, but I want to hear your side. How nervous were you meeting all the producers, seeing if they saw you as a good fit, and what was the reaction to hearing you got that role?
Yeah. Okay. Like every good story, I think I should start at the end and then go back to the beginning, and then progressively work my way back to the end. That's the other guy's quote. So the feeling of getting the role was honestly, and it continues to be, the best thing that's ever happened to me. I was screaming the house down when I found out because of just, I'd never booked a feature film before, and I'd been kind of gunning for something like this for a very long time, and I was honestly just so stoked, grateful, kind of a little shocked that I got picked. But yeah, I think I know what the story is that Adrian's talking about. The first time I ever met Adrian was at a cafe in Brisbane, and I was being spoken about to potentially get the role, but I needed to do some convincing. And what he told me is that my voice was a big reason. So I instantly lowered it even more when the producers came to sit down and have an orange juice. And I was so nervous. I mean, I'm basically sitting here just as myself. I think I wore a very tight shirt, trying to prove that I had muscles, because I was 25. Let's get one thing right. I was 25, trying to prove that I could play a little bit older. And so but I did those things, but I think that wore off, and I just ended up being myself. And I told them that I had been working behind the scenes as like on productions, like doing a lot of heavy lifting, just being on set. And I knew that these films shoot very quickly. There's not a lot of mucking around. You need to know your stuff. And that was kind of where my training in theater and just my overall discipline as a person came in. And that's kind of the things that I was pitching them on. And knowing that Adrian was next to me was, made me feel at ease. I knew that he wanted me for this, and that he told me that kind of from the outset, which really, really made me feel good about it, so that I could just kind of convince the producers and the production team that they were making the right choice. And like I said, going back to when I found out, it was just the best moment of my life, and it continues to be. These movies and the fans of them bring me so much joy and love, and I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now, traveling the world and being able to do some productions over here now in America, without these films. They're so dear to my heart. Rhiannon, Caera, Adrian, every other cast member, and Prince Alexander, like they are the reason I'm still doing this, truly.
I will say at that meeting, as Mitchell says, we met up first, and then I was like, yeah, dude, like I really want you for this part. And I will just clarify that it wasn't just his voice that got him the part. It was his amazing performance. No. But, it was like, it's the whole package. But I said, okay, I'm going to introduce you to the producers, and we're going to have a chat. And then what's going to happen is once we've done that, then we'll have a lovely conversation, and then you'll head off, and then I will talk to them afterwards. And that's what happened. And we had a chat. And then as soon as Mitchell walked out the door of the cafe, the producers were like, great, he's the guy, let's hire him. Whoa. Like it was literally like, bang. Straight away. First thing, they were like, great, cool. All right, we've got more work to do. Let's get back to the office. So it was like immediate.
Was that after the chemistry read?
Yeah.
This was after the chemistry read, yeah.
They put you through the ringer. That's crazy. I never knew you also had to have like a sit down, like sort of just check a box. I had no idea.
It was full mafia. Like I got put through the ringer. Like they wanted to know everything. They wanted to know everything. Because
there were some other names who were up for this part. Like there was some other people. Rhiannon even did some chemistry tests with some other actors. So it really was like, this is the guy the director wants. So that means something. So let's all, because we're going to go all in on this, right? Like we're going to go with the guy who's never done a movie. But if he's that good, then okay, let's do it. And just after meeting him, they were like, yeah, he can do it. We know he can do it.
I remember when Adrian sent me your audition tape, Mitchell, because it was late, as we talked about, and there was like other people that we've been looking at, and Adrian was like, I just need you to look at this right now, please. Like just look at this immediately right now, quickly, and let me know. And I was like, looks good.
Thanks. Well, you speak about serendipity and the weirdness of life is that I was not meant to be auditioning for that movie. I was meant to be off. I got cast as Peter Pan. I was going to be touring Australia, and then that fell over, and then the casting director, Ben, who I'm friends with, he passed this along, and I put it down like 2 days later because it was that long walking scene, which I think is like 7 minutes on screen. And so I had to learn it all. So I learned it all, and I went and got some yogurt, and I just did it with my sister like twice. And claim to fame, my mum did the mother scene, and she says that she's the reason I booked the part. And I truly believe that. But, like the magic of this movie is that all these things fell into place for me, for the team, like for the movie. And so like I said, just forever grateful.
Ditto. Forever grateful for you, brother.
Yeah.
No, back at you. You know that. Great question, Noah. Thank you.
And since we heard about meeting Mitchell for the first time, what about Rhiannon? Adrian, how did you meet her? What was it like meeting her for the first time? And then I'll let my co-host take the reins.
It was lovely. Like Rhiannon and I met just like this over Zoom because she was on a shoot. Like I think you were on production on something, and then you ducked in or something like that. And it was just lovely. It was just immediate kind of connection. We got along really, really well. We had a great energy, which persevered all the way through both movies. I remember when Rhiannon first arrived in Australia, before we started rehearsals and prep for the movie, it was a late flight. I think she got in at like midnight.
Yeah.
And then the producers had to go pick her up and bring her back to the hotel we were all staying at. And the producers said, look, we're probably not going to be back until about 1 o'clock in the morning. Do you want to stay up to meet her when she arrives? And I was like, yes. Yes, like, do you want to go? Do you want to meet her in the morning, or do you like? No. I'll be out the front when you guys arrive. So like,
oh, that was so sweet. I forgot that, Adrian.
Yeah. And I was like, text me when you're 5 minutes away so I can come downstairs. And so they did, and I came down, and the very first thing Rhiannon said was like, Adrian, hi, can I give you a hug? And I was like, internally, I was like, I really hope that we're on like a hugging basis. And so sure enough, it was like bang. And and we've just been really good buddies ever since. It's been a joy.
And for me too, like interesting, like with what Mitchell said, how it wasn't meant to be until it was sort of like, or he was going to be on Peter Pan. I was supposed to do another movie. This is the tea. I was supposed to do something
drop it. It's hot.
movie. And I was like right down to the wire. They made me do so many auditions for it. This is under this production company. And I got so close, and the director of it ultimately decided, no, I don't want to work with Rhiannon. But they had dragged me through like 4 or 5 auditions. Like it was crazy. And they kept saying, yes, it's going to be yours. No, it's not. Like essentially giving it to me and then taking it away. And the production company, Steve Jaggi, he felt bad for me that happened. Essentially, and was like, listen, I promise you we'll give you our next movie. And we hear so much of that in the industry. And none of it's ever true. But sure enough, not long after that, Steve Jaggi appeared and was like, we've got this royal movie. Have a look at it. Would you like to do it? And of course I said yes. And this is the movie that has gone on to be so successful, do a sequel. And I never would have got the chance to do it had I booked that other one. So there's something about these movies that is just meant to be.
Thank God.
Thank the Lord.
Thank God.
I remember Adrian messaging me. Have you heard of Rhiannon Fish? And I was a huge 100 fan.
100?
And I was like, oh, I know Rhiannon Fish, of course. And you were such a badass on that show. I loved it so much. And I followed you on socials.
I know. It's so cute.
I love that.
And now, everybody, I'm ducking out for a little bit. I'm going to shut up. Now, I'm going to let my co-host take the reins. I'm just here to pop the questions up and pop the pictures up until we get to game time.
Yay.
So, Kirsten, are you ready?
Thank you, Noah.
Ready? So my first one is for Adrian. What was the most challenging scene to bring to life, and what was the most rewarding for you?
Wow, great question. I mean, if we're talking about Christmas Castle proposal, most challenging scene to bring to life. I mean, what's funny about it is that, and I've just been saying this to in the editing room of my next movie. I was talking to one of the other producers. We were having lunch, and he was saying, we were talking about how all movies have got problems and struggles, and they can be very stressful, and it can be a race against time. And then he goes, except for Royal in Paradise 2, that was like a real dream. We didn't really have any problems on that one. And it's true. Like Royal 2 was, for me, such a joy, like all the way through. I mean, yes, it was hot. Yes, we had to move to a lot of different locations, but it was always just a beautiful, fun, creative experience. It was really great to come, my hotel was walking distance from the set. So I was able to I could go home for lunch. Like, it was amazing. I think maybe the most challenging scene maybe was there's a big banquet in the movie where we have a lot of extras. And there's a scene before that where all the extras kind of arrive in the castle. And I had this big vision. I wanted to do this big, long, single tracking shot Like I really wanted to show off my director skills and show like how much of a great artist I am. And I wanted to do this big single like Martin Scorsese shot that goes through the castle and stops and sees all of these amazing people, because Andrew Cops, our costume designer, did this amazing job dressing everyone in this movie. Like they all look amazing. Like these movies do not have massive budgets, and they do not have massive budgets for wardrobe, right? And so but the work that he did was just incredible. And is that my voice going weird?
Yes.
That's a bit strange. Let me just make sure I'm still on AirPods. There we go. Okay, I think it's better now. And so I wanted to do this massive shot, and it took like 10 takes to get this right. And I was kind of getting a little bit stressed. Like I was kind of getting, I was told, okay, we can only do one more. And then we did that. And I was like, oh, it's not really good enough. And then they were like, do you want to do one more? I was like, of course I want to do one more. And then we got it. We finally got it. And I was really happy with it. And then I got into the editing room. And I watched the first cut of the movie, because the editor always does their cut of the movie. So my editor, Pip, did her cut of the movie before I came in and watched it. And she had totally just like dropped this big, long, she didn't use it. She used like the very last part of it. And I kind of watched it and I didn't say anything. And we were working for like a week. And then after a week, I was like, you didn't want to use my big, impressive, long tracking shot? And she was just like, nah, it was too long. And you know what? She was totally right. Like she was totally right, because it was like she was like, I'm not seeing our characters. Like I'm not. It's just you showing off. And I was like, well, she's right. She's right. So it lives on in my in my memory. But like that was probably the most challenging thing, and it's not even in the movie. So there's a lesson there, I think.
It goes to show, like, the audience is always, like, they are the prime. You always got to think about the audience. What do the audience want to see right now? Not what I'm in love with, but what is going to work for the characters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like it needs to be included in like a blooper reel or something.
Yeah.
I've got it somewhere. Maybe I'll just put it on YouTube or something one day, and then people will be like, what is this? What am I watching here?
Director's cut.
Director's cut.
Hey, the movie that you can see now, the movie out there, that is the director's cut. Like there's nothing I would want to change about the movie. I think it's I'm super proud of it. Royal 2 is probably my favorite movie that I've made. I think it's exactly what I wanted it to be.
Wow.
And when you were directing holiday movies and romances, how do you balance between like the cozy Christmas feels and also making the story unique?
Well, I mean, for this movie, it was good, right? Because this wasn't, like I said, it kind of works together very organically. This wasn't like, because sometimes with some of these movies, and not like knocking those movies, but sometimes it's like, okay, we're going to have a story and it takes place at Christmas. Yeah. And, this story could probably exist without it being at Christmas. And it's like, it's okay, but it's taking place. I mean, there's even some famous movies that are just like, they just happen to be at Christmas, right? But this one, because we wanted to see the castle, we wanted that to be a beautiful snowy environment. We wanted that to be Christmas, but also much more importantly, this was a movie about these families meeting, right? Mm-hmm. And so them coming together for the holidays and having their different ideas about what Christmas means to each of these families, it was very natural. So there was nothing forced about it. It being like this Christmas time, this time for families to come together, for us to celebrate, love for family and what it means to be together at Christmas, really slot in very, very naturally for me. And obviously it's like beautiful to have like all the decorations and all that sort of stuff. And I'm a big fan of, of coming together at Christmas time, and always have been. It's like always been one of my favorite times of the year. So for me, it was a joy. It all felt like it all fit together really perfectly.
You could definitely see that, like, watching the movie too. Like, everything was just like so magical and perfect, and you like wanted to be in the movie.
Yeah, yeah. I'm happy to hear that.
Love that.
And my next one is for Rhiannon. We see a unique relationship with your character and Mitchell's. How does your character view love at the start of the movie, and how did you think it shifted throughout the story?
Well, actually, oh my gosh, it feels like you may have to help me if I say something wrong, Adrian and Caera. To my recollection, they're struggling at the beginning because they are not making enough time for each other. And I don't think that changes. Her opinion of that, it still stays the same. And then they realize like, hey, we need to prioritize each other. Yes, we have other things going in our lives, but we have to make time. And I think that that's something that I see in my own life is that whether it's a romantic relationship or a relationship with your mom or whatever, I mean, that's another story, is that her mom misses her. Like, you have to make time for the people that you love. Otherwise those relationships do suffer. And so that is my perception of how Olivia sort of feels at the beginning, and even how she continues to feel at the end. Is that right, Adrian?
No, it's 100%, because as Caera and I will attest, like if you had to distill the movie down, like what's this movie about in like one word, like maybe someone would say family, but really for me, it's about priorities. Like what do you prioritize in your life? And how do you got to remember to prioritize the human connections in your life. So you're 100% right, Rhiannon. The relationship between Olivia and Alexander is about, okay, how do we manage this so that we're seeing and having enough of a human connection? And then that is also true for, your mother's character, for Madeline. She's like, people are not prioritizing correctly. Like your mother's character, she is, she's afraid that there's not enough of a human connection, which is the same thing that you have a fear with Alexander feel, and the same with the relationship with Katie and Winston. Like we're not seeing each other enough. Like we're all kind of, and that was, again, that kind of came out of the first movie, because I think what everyone loved so much about the first movie is that how all these characters come together and have this wonderful kind of connection. All of them together create this amazing group. And so number two is like, what do we do when we pull all those people apart? And how do they manage that?
Because there's always that like wonderful vacation glow, where everything is perfect, and then we have to go back to real life. That's when it starts to be hard. And I think, just to add on, Adrian, to what you're saying, not to get too deep, but if you prioritize the connections in your life that mean the most to you, then you're better at the other things you're trying to do. And when
oh my God,
it makes you a better, happier, more full version of yourself to then give out to the world, and that is certainly my experience, and something that I think is really important.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I think that's what the viewers really loved with these movies, is like connecting it to real life, because they were real life situations.
Which is funny, right? Because it's a movie like about fairy tale characters, but we've always been like, we're trying to tell actual human stories that you can relate to. So even though he's a prince, it's just a metaphor for having like a job that takes you away from the people in your life,
Well, after I watched it, I remember I said to you, Adrian, one of my favorite parts is and always has been the Winston-Alexander relationship I love, but it's because they're on the phone. It's like what's not being said, like that you can see both of their faces, and it's like, I miss you, and I'm struggling without you, and it's just even in like two men to see that play out, that missing each other and ultimately loving each other. I think it's beautiful. We all know that feeling too.
Yep. And 100%. And shout out to David and Caera, who are just such an important part of this family. And it was funny because as we were working on devising the sequel, there were some voices that were just like, okay, so this is, we're going to bring in Rhiannon's, Olivia's parents into this. So the cast is getting pretty big. We're probably, Caera and David probably need to sit this one out. And we were like, no way. Like those guys are such a huge part of these, you know, Winston and Katie are such a huge part of this story and what makes the alchemy of this work. So they've got to be in the movie. But again, how do we make that, like, you know, if Katie and Winston are with Alexander and Olivia, they're there to be their like conscience, right? Like they're there to tell them, well, maybe you should. But if they're not there, if they've been pulled away, then these guys are kind of struggling. And so for those of you that have seen the movie, and like spoilers, when they do get reunited in this movie, it's like that's my favorite part of the movie. If like maybe off the back of like the earlier question, like what's my favorite scene? It's actually when the four of those characters get reunited. It's just such a beautiful friendship.
It's the best. It's the best.
And my next one too, this could be for Rhiannon or Mitchell. If your character could give one piece of advice about love, what would it be?
Mitchell?
Yeah, no.
He's thinking.
I'm
being a gentleman. I was going to let ladies go first. But all right. I think it would be about love is to back it fully, even though outside voices and those voices from family, you have to stick by your partner no matter what. They should be your priority. You can deal with your family, you can deal with the outside voices, but if they're happy, then that should be your priority. And that's
a big part of these movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
First one and second one.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think for Olivia, it's basically you don't ever give up on your own dreams just because you've found a man.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that about this movie too, like actually seeing you like have like your own like priorities and things that you truly believe in, and seeing you like have it's like your own life too, other than just being a part of a relationship was nice to see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly it.
And that's who Prince Alexander fell in love with. You know, it's so important that part of her. He was reading her books before he ever met her. That's so important.
Yeah.
To the woman that he loves, and so I think that the understanding that you are who you are, and that's how you move through the relationship.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And for Mitchell, the movie has a classic proposal at Christmas. What do you think makes this proposal around the holidays extra special?
It's Christmas time reminds us of what I mean, for me especially, and for those who are fortunate enough to have a happy Christmas, it reminds you of all the amazing qualities and things that you fell in love with about the people that you love. And all those bubble to the surface at Christmas time. I think Christmas time is a really beautiful, reflective time. And when you put all that into a moment like this, where Alexander wants to propose at his home at this time, I think it speaks to how much that means to him as a little boy growing up. And so now that he's a man and he's found a woman that he wants to spend the rest of his life with, I think that's the magic in that proposal.
Can I do a spoiler and ask a hard question? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
I don't think there are any rules on this podcast.
It's for all of you. But like, so why is this spoiler okay? Yeah. Okay. So why do you feel that Alexander felt it was a good choice to propose at the banquet?
Why do you think he did that?
Yeah.
I think I'll take that one. I think
Noah.
That as you're a man, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, you do it in front of everybody and proclaim your love to as many people as possible, because love is love. You want to show, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. And if you don't like it, fine. But this is my choice and I love her.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, great. But I think that's why he did it.
Yes.
If you're going to do it small, great. Any proposal is amazing. But doing it at the banquet made the most impact on her character, his character, and the entire family. Because everybody, whether they liked it or not, they loved each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And
100% correct. And also, you got to remember that he's trying to do it throughout the whole movie, right? Like he's finding all these different places to do it. And the most recent time that he did it was when you guys are dancing together out in the snow. And that, as I don't know if you remember this, Rhiannon, but when we were doing that scene and we were talking about your performance, you were like, now,
you would say
correct me if I'm wrong. I would say yes now, right? And I was like 100% because that's this beautiful moment. And I do think that, then subsequent to that, where you've got the drama between the parents, no is 100% correct. It is Alexander going, I'm making a statement about who you are to me in front of all these people.
Yes.
And and that's a beautiful thing to do, but it's again, the movie is about like listening and trying to figure out what is the right fit for the right person. And so that's why he ultimately goes, you know what? Let's just relax. Let's just chill. The right time will come. Like that's part of his journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And two things.
No,
I think sorry, Caera. The first one is that I think it's this movie or the first one. He speaks about big romantic gestures, or someone speaks about him as big romantic gestures. And then secondly, I think Alexander's really smart. He knew that at the banquet, no one would interrupt him. He'd have a perfect moment to actually get the whole proposal out of his mouth. Finally. Yeah.
I think he's also, Alex is gooey. Like Alex is a big romantic, gooey soft boy. And I think he sees her in that amazing gown and all the people that he loves around him. And he's just, he's like, this is perfect.
Oh,
it wasn't.
No.
Boy, gosh, he gave it a go,
And I don't think that he has got, again, that's part of the story. He doesn't even have the full sense of the struggle that Olivia is going through. If everything there was in perfect harmony and Olivia was feeling like this is great, I'm fitting in, because don't forget, the character's also just overheard someone saying she doesn't really belong here, does she? So she's totally, if the character was in a really great headspace, she might have really enjoyed that and thought it was a beautiful gesture. But in that moment, she is feeling so on the back foot and so like, I don't know if I'm ever going to fit into this world.
Yeah.
But that's what I like.
Good question.
Please, no criticism at all. Like, please know that.
No.
I that's what I like about your stuff and all your other films too, is that it prompts questions. It's not that I don't understand why, because I the reasons, I was just curious as to what you all felt was why he kind of missed the mark on that.
Yeah.
He's just too much of a romantic. He's just too good.
Back like what Adrian said as well too. Like I feel like it showed that like Olivia was his main priority, and he was putting her first.
Let's give the boy some credit. Seriously.
So I think we are only going to do 2 more questions, but that's so we can go into the games and we don't keep you guys too long.
Thanks.
So for Caera, with this being the sequel, what was your approach as the co-writer to making it stand out from the first installment?
Great question. I think we kind of touched on this a little bit like over this conversation, but it was just so important for us to be moving the story forward. And, when you have a love story, when they're first meeting, you've got so many beats that you're going to hit. You've got the meet cute. You've got the miscommunication, trope. You've got the does he like me? Does he not? Do I like him? Do I not? You've got all these great, wonderful, tropes for a reason because we all love them. With a sequel, you're so much freer to explore whatever you think is the most interesting thing for these characters to go through. And so when we were first talking about it, it was really like, what does Olivia's life look like now? We had that great scene, a very effective scene in the first one where the Queen paints a pretty dire picture of what their future is going to be. And wonderfully, she, comes around as we love at the end of that movie. But now it's like, well, some of that might be there, and the Queen's a very smart lady and she knows what she's talking about. And what is that actually going to mean for Olivia? And again, it was so important for us to make sure that Olivia was not like, okay, everything, my career, all of that, we're going to put that aside and I'm just going to jump headfirst into this new life. And I think just from experiences of our own relationships, like once you start to get into a proper relationship, it's like, how are we merging our lives? How is this really going to come together? They're long distance, what does that actually mean? So it was always about just keeping who they are as people and the things they care about really present, and then folding that into what we thought was such a great thematic representation, which is, what if their literal families collide? And like, how does that, that's where they started, and how does that come together and inform what we know of these people and the things that they're going to have to face moving forward? So it was such a fun exercise to step out of the fairy tale a little bit and be like, oh, okay, now what do we get to do? Now how do these guys, navigate? So I think that's probably what I would say to that question.
And like a total off the back of that as well, like you spoke about, Alexander's parents and his mother and, what she was implying would be, struggles ahead. At the same time, there's those little bits in the first movie where Olivia's talking about her family, which where she speaks about the fact that they're like, they don't really understand me and they're not really confident in some of my choices. And we really latched onto that. We're like, well, look, we've set something up here. Let's explore that as well a little bit further. And so like, Olivia's mother is just like, we still, when you decided you wanted to be a writer, like we just thought that was a phase and, all sorts of stuff like that. So, there was some, as Caera was saying, there was some great nuggets to explore from the first movie.
I think the final question should go to Lisa, because I know she had one for Rhiannon.
Yeah. Okay, did you say your question?
Am I allowed to?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, I was wondering, the movie with the chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm a chocolate fan and I'm a Castle fan. You really should rate something with chocolate and castles. That would be perfect. Did you guys eat a lot of that chocolate in that movie?
Great question. Toughest
What we
question.
all want to know. Yeah.
That is a great question, Lisa. I'm vegan, so chocolate is just like a cardboard. It's not good. It's not yummy. It's really, really very kind of just bland. But I do eat it. It doesn't taste good. It just means that whoever I'm working opposite, like Mitchell in this one, we had that eating scene downstairs. It's all, you're getting all vegan chocolate all day.
And I had a question for both of you. So out of all the countries you've been to, what has been your favorite out of them all?
Well, what was the name of the place we shot the first one? Why am I forgetting?
Angaluma?
Angaluma. It's gotta be one of the most beautiful places in the whole world. And I feel very grateful that we did it justice. You see the shots, right? It's been so long since I've watched this one, but shots of the island that we were all staying on. And it's magic. Again, sort of similar to our experience on this one. You could just our rooms were like right up that hill and you just walked. Oh, that was at the that wasn't there. That was somewhere. Shoot at Tangalooma. Really, I mean, Australia is magic. And if anyone ever gets the opportunity to go, they should. And I love, when we're shooting in Australia, to show that we're shooting in Australia. I know we couldn't for the second one, but I had hoped that maybe if we were to do a third, that we could go back there for the wedding.
Well, you never know. You just never know, right? You just never know.
You never know.
It's funny, Tangalooma. That's true. Tangalooma has got our movie now on its website as it was filmed here.
Yeah.
I just told Adrian that our first one is on Emirates flights now.
It is.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Perfect flight movie. Just go in, get some fun feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I ask something to Adrian too, please?
Of course.
I'm going to Switzerland and Lake Como in a couple of weeks. And have you done anything in say Lauterbrunnen in Switzerland or Lake Como, Italy yet?
Wow. What an amazing question. Have I done anything in Italy? Let me put it to you this way. I can't answer that question right now.
Oh. So every single person who works in the film industry and knows the industry says, got it. Got it.
The other thing I would say is, wouldn't it be awesome if I could make a rom-com in Italy? That'd just be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yes, I agree.
It would be great.
Italy's
Really great. God, I hope you do.
Just stay tuned on that question, guys.
Yeah.
I really hope you do, Adrian.
I think I know where your next one should be. Why not make it a Christmas film in Columbus, Ohio?
Oh.
Hey!
Talk about unexpected. What a plot twist.
Bring film to Ohio. We had Superman.
That's true. You totally did. Yes, point taken. Well, look, as I'm actually also a citizen of Italy. I'm an Italian citizen as well as an Australian citizen. So, that would be a dream. Who knows, right?
I love Italy. Oh, I can't wait to go.
Oh, amazing. I'm so jealous. It takes us so long to get anywhere. It's like 28 hours for us to get to Italy.
Yeah.
And we will talk about that when he eventually does one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be 5-6 years. We don't know. But
you just don't know.
Yeah.
Might be sooner. You just don't know.
So let's get to know you guys a little bit better. We're going to move into Would You Rather and This or That. Rhiannon's played these, but she can also answer because she's Rhiannon. She can do what she wants.
Very revealing, these kinds of questions. I'm excited.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, she knows. You have no idea what to expect. We ask you the hard-hitting questions. We're going to get into the meaning of life and where you're from, your first loves, everything. This person's going to start first.
Here we go.
Would you rather watch a rom-com or write a rom-com?
What?
So are we all answering these?
Yep.
Yeah, anybody can answer.
Well, I mean, I'm going to say write one because then I have to watch it. So I get...
Boom.
But I get to write it, then I get to make it, and then I get to watch it, and watch it again, and again, and again, and again. So...
But
if I want to change my mood really quickly, I'll watch a rom-com to be really happy. But writing a rom-com means I get to create it in my mind and make myself happy. So.
Mitch?
Watch, because I feel like writing a rom-com would annoy me that they just don't get together straight away.
That's true. That it is very revealing about Mitch's personality. We're learning a lot.
Hey, I'm a long game. I like long games.
He does.
Rhiannon?
So these are different questions than last time? I forget. Are they different?
We cut some because of time.
Sure.
We're just doing all of them.
Okay, I would definitely rather watch.
My favorite answer was Adrian's.
Sure.
He says he
Thank
gets to write, make, and watch because he gets the best job of all. He gets to watch it
That's
again and again and again, and he gets to look at beautiful people as a job. So,
That's it.
and edit what they say and do.
Doesn't get better.
Dig.
This is my favorite question because everybody from Canada knows. But if you don't know these shows, it's fine. Would you rather become a regular on Heartland or Hallmark Channel's When Calls the Heart?
Everybody should say When Calls the Heart because maybe there are things like Adrian going to Italy that we.
It's definitely When Calls the Heart then, right, guys?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, whichever one Rhiannon's in. That's yeah.
Boom.
Oh, and Noah, also speaking of Hallmark TV shows, I was so excited, Rhiannon, when I saw you in the episode of Sisters. I was like,
Oh my gosh! That's such a good show. You saw that? Have you watched this season?
yes, I loved it.
Oh my God, those girls are so lovely. They're like the nicest girls I've ever met in my whole life. So I'm so happy to hear that you're a fan of them, and they're amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I got to talk to Skylar on an Instagram Live.
I love Skylar. Isn't she so nice? She's such a nice person. Oh,
Yeah.
that's lovely.
Oh yeah. Would you rather be in a Star Wars movie or a Marvel movie?
This is like the hardest question I've ever been asked in my entire life.
This is where your inner child just goes boom.
Inner child, like inner me now. I'm like the biggest dork in the world.
Literally.
Oh my gosh, this is so. I'll tell you what. Can't we make it the question? Would you rather watch or write a Star Wars movie? Because man, Caera and I writing a Star Wars movie or a Marvel movie, we would crush that.
Oh yeah,
we would.
100%. This is.
But you have to pick one.
I have to pick one.
For me, I think it has to be Star Wars. Star Wars was an original, foundational text for me as a child. I know this is not cool to say, but Phantom Menace was like my favorite movie when I was 12, and I'll never forget seeing Princess Amidala come up on the screen and being like, who is that? Like, I loved it. I got the Star Wars Filofax, which was like this monthly delivery of, and it would be like tech specs of hyperdrive engines, and I would pore over it and learn everything. I was obsessed as a child, so I can't not say that.
Okay,
that's fair.
And for my answer, I'm going to say DC.
Oh,
I'm going to do a DC movie.
Sure.
DC movie. I'm a Superman guy, so DC baby.
Anywhere, right there. Like he is the guy.
Superman's the man.
And I'm going to be the bad man out. This Superman was my favorite Superman movie ever.
He's so good. He's so good in that movie. But I'll tell you this much though. Don't you think my boy Mitchell Bourke could be a pretty amazing Superman? I think that they next time around, you know, when David's finished the part, then it's time for Mitchell to step into the cape.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll take on that duty of eating.
Sorry.
I've got
do our
American
accent. I'm sorry, Bob. I want to do an American accent if you were Superman.
Oh, wait, now?
Wait, yeah.
Hold on. Let me just go. I'll go get a ring light and I'll set it up on a blank wall, and then I'll put down a tape, and then I'll send it in, and we'll do that. Okay?
That's right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Thanks, Rhiannon. You're so surprised.
Yeah, it was really good.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm here right now.
That's
So I'm just
yeah.
hearing it constantly. Yeah. I'm going to say Star Wars real quick. Back to the other. I'm going to say Star Wars because I get to play with the Ewoks. I think they're really cute.
The best.
Yeah, but they are
Great
man-eating
answer.
monsters, but they're the cutest man-eating monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's expose people.
Oh.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
Mine's very
Can
easy. I
answer
had
this.
this conversation last night. I talk about it all the time. Indiana Jones. I'm sorry. Like Indiana Jones.
So daddy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Changed my life. There's that scene in Raiders where he picks Marion up, he throws her in a truck, and then he turns around and whips bad guys away. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
it's ruined me forever. That's it.
Mitchell?
Yeah, Mitchell, you answer this.
Oh.
Mine was, I'll go if you guys are stalling, like if you need a second. Mine was Xena
Yeah.
Warrior Princess for sure. And I only realized when I got older, I was like, oh, that was a crush. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Xena was so important to me.
Mm.
So important.
Oh, don't get Caera started on Xena. We're going to be here for like 45 more minutes.
Amazing.
The next podcast.
Yeah.
The next podcast
Yeah.
is all about that.
Apart from Rhiannon Fish on Home and Away, I'd probably go. I'd go The Mask. I was obsessed with that. Was like I had a celebrity crush on that, like Jim Carrey in The Mask.
Word.
Oh, not Cameron Diaz?
No judgment.
No,
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Celebrity crush doesn't mean you want to be them, Mitch. Like,
Oh, then Cameron Diaz in the movie. Let's go Cameron Diaz. Let's go Cameron Diaz.
C-A-R-T.
that was her first movie, by the way. That was literally her first movie.
And it wasn't her part. I think she replaced someone or something. It was one of
Yeah,
those.
she came in like a weekend. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
What a win.
No way. I didn't know that. Oh, how cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, incredible.
There you go.
I will say, and it's very easy. My first celebrity crush was Claire Danes in Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. That was like, yeah. I was obsessed with her. When that movie came out, I was in the 5th grade, and that was like, I was just like, wow, she's so beautiful. You know, like it was like,
It's
yeah.
literally angelic. Yeah.
yeah, totally. It was amazing.
Crush.
Mine was Candace Cameron Bure.
Nice,
Candace Cameron
iconic.
Bure. Full
Iconic.
House. I mean, still to this day. Come on. Come on.
What about you?
That's why I would
Now
not
she's
have
like
to-
I want to know
now
yours.
she's like a network queen.
Yeah.
Lisa, what's yours? Who's yours?
Oh my gosh, this is don't think I'm weird. You're gonna think I'm really strange, but I love Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, Rocky.
He's like one of the hottest,
Yeah.
people to ever exist. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
I don't know why. I just thought he was so good looking.
because
Hot
he's
take, I love
so perfect. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like
God. Yeah, that makes total
Yeah.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
I like guys with darker hair. I don't know. There's something about him that I just
Did you know, interesting super fun fact about Dolph Lundgren, not only is he like a genius, like he's got a advanced master's degree in chemical engineering, but he got that degree at Sydney University in Australia.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. He lived in Sydney and went to uni where I went to university, which is pretty crazy.
that
Rep
is
Australia.
Thanks for that bit of information. Now you like him all.
He's smart and handsome. I mean, he's got it all.
Yeah. And mine was Chad Michael Murray. I loved him when I was little.
Oh, of course. Classic.
Love.
Every guy wanted to be him. I mean,
Yeah.
Friday with
Yeah.
a hair man. Come on.
Yes.
Mhm.
Hallmark movies now, or am I stupid?
No, he is. Yeah.
Great. You guys got to get him on the pod.
We're fine.
And show him this before he does.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do what Rhiannon says.
Yes. Thank you.
And then
Correct. That's-
you guys can be in a movie together that Adrian
like
directs,
that.
right?
That works for me.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Let's get
And
it
I
going.
just because I came up with the idea. All jokes.
Inspired by an idea by Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Copyright Heart Full of Hallmark 2020. Our last question before we go into the this or that, since we only got about 10 minutes left, we're going to go back to Christmas for a little bit. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Of course.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
I watched it recently for Christmas. And the thing that I think makes it undeniably a Christmas movie is that the score is Christmas songs.
Wow.
And it's so it's literally woven into the fabric of the movie.
There you go.
So that to me, I'm like, underscored.
That's a great argument, Caera.
Post the book.
That's smart.
Exactly.
It definitely is.
I also think Lethal Weapon 1 is a Christmas movie, and I watch it at Christmas every year.
Well, I mean, Lethal Weapon, you know, that's written by Shane Black, and he only makes Christmas movies, like literally all of his movies. Mitchell, do you have any Shane Black stories?
It's a different pod. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I know him.
Good times.
Yeah.
So now
This or that, let's do it.
we're going to go into this or that. We're going to have you pick which film you want to do. We're going to go from Christmas first, going into chick flick rom-coms. So starting off with Christmas, since we're technically in Christmas season, it's October 4th, and since Hallmark says it's Christmas.
Correct.
The way we're going to do this is we're going to go Caera, Mitchell, Rhiannon, Adrian.
Copy.
Okay.
Home Alone or Elf?
Elf. Definitely Elf.
Elf.
Do I need to elaborate?
No.
Elf.
No.
Is this do I want to watch them or do I want to be in them?
This is just be which one you want to watch.
Oh, Elf.
Which one would you watch first?
Elf.
Definitely Elf, because what's better than Buddy? Like, that's great.
Yeah. Maple syrup. Hunt on all the way.
Definitely Home Alone.
Definitely Home Alone, like for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, 100%. It's got Joe
Okay.
Pesci. Come on.
Yeah. It does.
The fact that it's alone always makes me feel sad.
I watch Home Alone now and get sad because I was like, how do they afford this house? Like
Truly.
Yeah, for
they've
real.
got like
All those
19 kids and they have this house.
Yeah.
But I also love the theory that the father is in the mafia. It's like, oh, it totally makes all sense. Like he's in organized crime. Now it totally makes sense.
And I swear to you, that uncle is the biggest freeloader ever. My favorite line is, "You better not ruin my trip. Your dad's paying good money for it."
Oh, yeah.
Next, we have Christmas
my-
Vacation or The Grinch.
It has to be Christmas Vacation for me. Well, like a classic, a treasured film.
Yeah.
In my life. Yeah.
And it's my dad's favorite movie, and I love watching him laugh at literally every line, every single line. He laughs at it, so it's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Christmas Vacation, so the Grinch.
The Grinch.
I'm exactly the same as Mitchell. Christmas Vacation's like one of my dad's like top 5 movies of all time. I think dads of a certain era really identify with Clark Griswold. I think they really align. And he will sit there and just be like crying with laughter for a movie he's watched like every year for 30 years. And it is very funny. It's super funny.
Yeah.
So,
My dad is Clark Griswold. He's already started putting up Christmas lights.
Yeah. Well, last night we were on the phone, and my dog was just whining and whining and whining. And Kirsten's mom goes, "What's his problem?" I said, "He wants his shows on." That's what I put on, was Christmas Vacation, and he went down, laid in his pen, and went to sleep. I have to put on Christmas movies for my dog every night.
Oh,
That is so
That's
adorable.
gorgeous.
Oh my God.
Gorgeous.
I will send you all a picture in the group chat because
Love
he just sits there and watches them. Literally just watches them all night.
that's amazing.
That's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
What kind of dog is it, Noah?
He's a red fox blonde Dudley Lab.
Oh my God, gorgeous.
110 pound. He's 110 pounds and he rules the house. If he doesn't get his way, he screams until I put on Christmas.
Mitchell and Rhiannon, what's 110 pounds in kilograms so we understand what that means?
It's like roughly half, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 45 kilos probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last one for Christmas. This is going to hit deep. This is deep.
Okay.
It's a Wonderful Life or White Christmas.
Easy answer.
Go, Adrian. Oh no, we're going in order. Sorry.
It's a
In
wonderful
order.
life. It's a wonderful life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a wonderful.
Special.
Definitely. Definitely. It's a Wonderful Life. It's an amazing movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should have won Best Picture. Oh, did I say that out loud? Sorry.
I think it's one of those movies that if they were given the chance again, it would have won.
Yeah, totally.
And
Totally.
don't ever remake it.
Talk about a classic. Like, my God.
Jimmy Stewart, just like, you know, what an incredible talent.
Next, we're going to go into the rom-coms, and then sadly, we have to end this. But I know we're going to talk to you guys again. Multiple more times.
We're back.
This is just a party.
Well, of course, because Adrian's going to be in Italy.
Oh.
Oh,
You got to cut that out.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
he's well.
Mentally, I'm always in Italy. Yeah, that's what that means.
He went on a vacation, and he's scouting for a future film down the line in about 3 or 4 years.
Thank you, Noah. Thank you for the good PR there. Good recovery. Thank you.
It's like I've done this before.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now, this is hard. Oh, now it's getting tough. Now it's getting tough.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited to see what Caera says to this. This is like the hardest question she's ever been asked in her life.
You're like, truly, okay, all right, okay.
I'm gonna put her on the spot just because this is my favorite reaction I've ever gotten.
My hands are sweating. Like, I don't oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It's actually so hard. Okay.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
It has to be 10 things I hate about you. I watched this film recently. I was like, it's perfect. It's perfect. And every character in that movie has something that makes them special. The teachers, like every side character, the kid from Numbers. I mean, he's not a kid anymore. What's his name? He was in Oppenheimer. Baron Holtz, is that his name?
Yeah. The dude from the Santa Claus. So that's another Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Like a comic genius performance, truly. Like, watch it again. He's dynamite. But Cher Horowitz was so important to me as a kid. I can't tell you, but but it has to be 10 things. I got it. Yes.
Good job, Caera. Good job.
I'm like stressed.
Caera, breathe. Yeah. Just take a big deep breath.
It's really hard for me too.
Her life
but 10 things I hate about you.
Truly.
Yeah, I think 10 things too. I love Heath Ledger. I think he's the best of the best.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me, it's 10 things again, just because I think it's such a great movie. It's a great, it's an adaptation of Shakespeare. In case anyone didn't know, it's an adaptation of Taming of the Shrew. It's an amazing way to take a classic text and turn it into something for the youth. Heath is obviously just like a superstar in that movie. But I will say, Clueless is incredible, and Clueless walked so that Legally Blonde could run.
Amen.
That's right.
100%. 100%.
3 more. And
I don't know how I can manage.
It's pumped.
That was the hardest question of this whole interview.
That's right.
When Harry Met Sally, or You've Got Mail.
Wow.
Okay.
And I will judge you with this because one of these is my all-time favorite rom-com.
I watched When Harry Met Sally for the first time 2 months ago.
I've never seen it, so you're in a safe place. Yeah.
And I loved it. And the karaoke voicemail would work on me 10 out of 10 times. That's going to be my answer. I think that's my answer.
Yeah, I'll have what she's having, and I'll have When Harry Met Sally.
And mine by default is You've Got Mail, which I do love. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that I love both of these movies a lot, a great deal. I really, really do. I think You've Got Mail's going to edge it out for me, just because I really love Tom in that movie. I really love the structure of that movie. I love how he figures it out halfway and is then kind of, when he shows up at the end and she says, I was hoping it was you. I was like, that's such a beautiful ending. But I will add that I have been to that diner from When Harry Met Sally where they've got a big sign that said, this is where they sat, and pointing to it. And I had that sandwich. And let me tell you, the hype is real. That sandwich changed my life. Wow. And like I had that sandwich before I became a vegetarian. If there's one sandwich that would make me go, I'll just break it just for this one thing, it'd be that sandwich.
Wow.
Incredible.
No, what's your one? Which one is
Right
your favorite?
Yeah, which one's your favorite?
Is When Harry Met Sally. Only because that's where I first fell in love with rom-coms, was that movie. That's what made me fall in love with it. And
what
also,
a great start. What a great, you started at the, kind of at the top. Yeah.
Yeah. This one is going to, I think Caera might hate me for this one.
Oh God. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. This is easier than the Clueless and the 10 Things. I will say, for me, it's Pretty Woman. For me, it's Pretty Woman, and seeing Julia Roberts do that big laugh for the first time on screen that I'd never seen, and it's just like, it's so wonderful when she does that, and obviously iconic. So that's for me.
Yeah. Agreed. I'm the same. I haven't seen My Best Friend's Wedding, so
and I haven't
Pretty
seen Woman, so I'd say My Best Friend's Wedding. I know I've missed a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
We gotta do some watch parties, Rhiannon. We gotta we'll set up Friday night. We're both watching this, then we can text about it.
I love that.
I'm also going to go with Pretty Woman. I think it's amazing. I love Richard Gere in that movie. But I got to say, shout out to Rupert Everett in My Best Friend's Wedding as her friend. One of the best, funniest performances in a rom-com. Just iconic. Them at the end, like the consolation prize dance at the end, it was just like, that rocks. It's a beautiful little friendship thing at the end. I love it.
Yes. Yeah.
Our final one. I know this one is closest to Kirsten's heart. So I'm going to let her go for it.
Okay. There's 16 Candles. Oh.
Got a John Hughes off.
Yes.
It's Ferris for me, and the reason why is, what's his name from Speed? What's the friend's name? Is it Alan Tudyk?
Alan is his real name, yeah.
Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk. He is so good in that movie, and I watch it for him. I love that movie. That's my answer. Ferris. Nice.
Yeah, Ferris. I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much.
Mine's 16 Candles.
Gorgeous.
Nice.
Molly Ringwald. It's so hard to go past. Like, what an icon.
I just drove by Michael Schufling's house. He lives up in where my sales territory is. So
wow.
So I'm like, oh my gosh.
I definitely got to say Ferris as well, just because I think it's an amazing movie, but it's also just a really well-made movie. Like if you watch that movie, the way that it's the editing. Next time you watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, watch the way that it's been edited together, because it was edited by some amazing editors. Some of the editors who worked on Star Wars and all sorts of stuff worked on that movie. It's a really great film. Love it to death.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Well, guys, this is a blast. We went a little bit longer than I thought we would, but you know what? There's no runtime on this. I just don't want to keep you guys too long. We do have one more question for each of you afterwards, after the stream. Okay. But everybody, right now, there are multiple ways to watch this movie. Go to Tubi. That's the easiest to watch A Christmas Castle Proposal. Tubi, Exmo Play. I'm sure you can rent and buy it on Amazon. I'm sure a DVD will come out soon. Just replay it multiple more times. Send all these people your love. And before we leave, everybody plug your socials. And I'm going to go with Adrian first and go to the right and up.
Yeah, you can just look me up. Adrian J. Powers is my socials everywhere. Every platform is the same.
And mine's Rhiannon M. Fish. Every platform is the same too.
Mine's Mitchell Bourke _ on Instagram, and then Mitchell Bourke everywhere else.
And I'm Caera B, Caera B, on Instagram, Facebook, all the others.
And you can find me on Instagram at Kirst_Hendershot, or also on our Hallmark page at Heartful of Hallmark.
Lisa?
Don't ask me our Instagram, so I don't even know it. You can find me on Facebook with Lisa Hendershot. I don't.
And now you will be coined Aunt Hendershot, because both mom and dad have been called Mama and Papa Hendershot. So now you're Aunt Hendershot to the fans. I've already coined it. And you can find me Noah_Kaser Instagram, our shared Hallmark page, and something very exciting coming very, very soon. I can't reveal yet, but stay tuned. Until next time, everybody, make sure you watch this movie, like, subscribe for more, and as always, keep your heart full of Hallmark.
Yeah.